Welcome to Take Two, the podcast with the Rock 95 morning crew, Craig, Brian, and MJ. Although Brian is away this week, taking a vacation in the sunny south. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, lucky guy.
He's getting his tan on.
Yeah, he tans a lot.
He does.
Yeah, and he tans well.
Very well.
You and I don't.
No. Whether mine probably doesn't show up, or then it's just like all splotchy.
Yeah, we're pale complected. What can we say?
I'm like Snow White.
Yeah.
Dark hair, pale skin.
I'm more like Casper. Hey, I saw this thing, and I thought I'd bring it up because we're different ages. You know, we're about 10 years apart. So I thought maybe there's a bit of a generation gap that we can go through on here. But this is from a subreddit, Ask Old People. Now, neither one of us are old.
No.
But this is technology that I guess older people will never touch.
Okay.
So I'm going to go through a list of these, and you tell me whether this is something you do as a middle-aged woman.
Okay.
And I'll tell you if I do it as someone who's a little above middle age.
Okay.
So the first one is ask Siri or Alexa anything in your home. Your smart home voice thing.
Oh, yes.
You do
I
that?
Ask her. Yes, I ask Alexa all the time because she controls my thermostat. So I'll be like, Alexa, turn the heat up by like 2 degrees or something like that.
Are you doing that thing from the commercial? Yeah, I need a recipe for pancakes.
No, I do not do that. No, because it never works. Or like, okay, so we have Alexa and we have Google. And so if I ask Google, the Google speaker and my phone all go off at the same time. It's like an echo in the building. So I don't like doing that. But Alexa, I guess the only thing I use smart systems for is changing my heat.
You got one thing.
I got one thing I use. That's an expensive thing, my friend.
Yeah. Do your kids find you to be a little old-fashioned when it comes to technology? Or do they make fun of you? Or they think you're hip?
I don't think they think I'm definitely not hip. I think they think I'm okay because they're still young, so they don't realize that there is much more things we can do. I think it amazes my son that like I'm not constantly on the VR, that I hate the VR.
Oh, really?
Like he's like, but mom, I'm like, yeah, no, I hate it. I feel nauseous and blah, blah, blah. No, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm
it's
never
a little too much for us.
Yeah. Oh, I want to relax. Let me put this giant thing on my head and bounce around.
Internet-connected dishwashers, washing machines, and dryers.
None of that.
None of that?
I'm all old school with that. I need buttons.
Would you even bother? Like
No.
if you were gifted it or something like that, would you try it?
Maybe to start the dishwasher. Like have it
because my
loaded up.
stove is something you can actually turn off from home, which is kind of cool, or from anywhere in the world.
See, actually, I like that theory because I do, like everybody, when I leave the house, I'm paranoid that I left the stove on, and I'm imagining my house burning to the ground.
Yeah.
So if you can check that, that's pretty sweet.
What about appliances and devices with apps? So you're like your fridge. You know how the fridge will have this
No, that's
screen in it?
ridiculous. I have a friend who has a smart fridge. We make fun of them profusely. Profusely.
Really?
Why do you have this?
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's like, well, then I can see what's inside my fridge. Yeah, you open it up.
They are sexy when you go through a store and you're trying to look at a new fridge.
They're sexy, and then you realize they're all class, no substance. Like,
you got a smartwatch?
I do actually. Yeah. It tracks my steps.
So you're good with
more
that?
Of like a workout thing. Yeah, but I probably don't use like 80% of the features on it.
I know. There's a lot you can do on it that we haven't even dabbled with. I don't have one. My wife does, and all she does is track her steps and watch a fireworks show on her birthday.
Same. Yeah. And I check my PAI, and then when it's like, oh, you reached your goal, yay, bing!
Yeah.
So excited.
Coffee pod makers.
Oh, we use coffee pods.
I mean, I
think everyone uses
That's kind of
coffee
standard
pods.
now. I don't at home much. Mm-hmm. I prefer the pot. Just big giant pot of coffee, but here, that's
but
all
you're not
going
to get scared using a pod. You're not nervous about using a pod.
but there was a time when I'd be fumbling and bumbling, going, "What's going on here?"
Stick this in. Oh, that pokey thing's gonna hurt me.
Yeah, and what about DoorDash or Grubhub or something like that?
Yeah,
Grubhub might be an American one, but
Oh yeah, but like
skip
Uber
the
Eats.
dishes.
Yeah, we use that.
You do?
That. Oh yes.
Often?
Not as much anymore since like during the pandemic. Obviously, we used a lot, and we'll still on a lazy time.
The only thing I find it useful for is to track the person coming to my house. I find that fascinating.
Yeah, like they're there. They're almost there.
Well, I've seen them get lost.
I did too. Night of the birthday bash.
Yeah.
Somehow he wound up like 3 kilometers further than when he started.
That's not the right way. Turn around.
Going the wrong way, buddy.
I got a few more. We'll get to them in just a moment as we continue with Take 2 on Rock 95. Welcome back to Take 2 podcast with the Rock 95 morning crew. And we've decided to invite a very special guest in this time for the second half of the podcast. Dan Blakeley from Barrie 360 and, of course, Rock 95 News is joining us. Welcome.
Thank you.
We were talking, we were talking about devices. So this is from a subreddit called Ask Old People. That's not why we invited you.
No.
No, I'm not feeling bad at all.
No, but we were talking about it with MJ because, you know, she's a certain age, I'm a little older, and now we got generations here, and we can kind of go through this. So these are technology, apparently, that older people are scared of. Now, MJ was informing me that you are actually very astute when it comes to a lot of technology.
Not much scares me.
Not much scares you.
No, he'll try anything.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so
I've always seen him work things out. Like, even if he's not familiar with it, he'd be like, let me figure this out.
So
and then he does.
We'll go through a few of these, and we'll see if this is anything you've dabbled in before or you like or hate or whatever. But how about e-readers? Are you reading a book or are you doing the e-reading thing?
I don't read a lot anyway because I read all day long.
Well, that's true.
So
yeah.
But
if you were
generally, if I'm reading something, it's on an iPad these days. Yeah.
Oh, so you're doing that?
I don't pick up a book.
Boy, you're more advanced than me and MJ because we're both we like paper.
Yeah,
I like to have them because I've always had this dream of a big library, right?
Yeah.
And I've got a lot of books that I've done interviews with authors in boxes, and I'd like to have them. They're all autographed. I don't want to get rid of them yet, right?
Yeah. It's impressive, and it makes you look smart.
Totally.
Yeah,
this guy's got a library. He's immediately intelligent.
But anything I've read recently has been on my iPad.
Oh, wow.
I'll download it and read it there.
You learn something new about someone, huh?
Mm-hmm.
How about a kiosk to order fast food? Do you go to those? Instead of going to the
No, I go
person?
through a drive-through.
You go through the drive-through?
Yeah.
When you,
But I have used the kiosk.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No problem with
I
that.
hate the
But
kiosk.
You don't like the
I hate
kiosk?
the kiosk.
So, yeah, I still like
takes
the
longer.
human interaction. I'll go to the kiosk if there's a lineup.
Oh, okay.
And then I'll go to the kiosk, and then I'll get into the lineup.
That's basically what it is. Yeah. That didn't work.
My order is done. I'm not standing there waiting for somebody going, I don't know, what's that like?
Yeah.
I never had that. Do you think, what do you
recommend?
guys want?
I know. Yeah, it's McDonald's. It's a Big Mac. You know, just get the damn burger.
So yes, have used the kiosk, but generally fast food, I'm going through a drive-thru.
What about a self-checkout? You doing that?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, look at you. Wow.
But for a lot of food, like if you got a big order of $100 or more, you still doing self-checkout? Like you going through produce?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Wow. Oh, you're so good at that. No, if I I more than 3 pieces
Anxiety.
of produce, I'm not doing it. I'm like, I don't want to have to find the code and call the people.
Get with the program.
Dan's showing us up here.
Yeah, I guess so. What else we got? QR menus is on this list.
Everyone hates those things.
Yeah, that's something
Everyone
that the
hates the
pandemic
QR.
came in and it made it a regular thing for some restaurants. And I'm like, go back to paper.
And a lot of restaurants got rid of it right away. I think they hated it too.
Yeah. TikTok?
No.
I found one.
No.
Are you TikTok?
I don't do
MJ?
TikTok.
You don't?
No, I don't. No.
I thought you did.
No, I guess Reels will pop up on social media, but am I like constantly going to TikTok? No.
Yeah, because Brian's a big TikTok guy.
He's a big TikTok guy. He's like, you got to get on it. I'm like, do I?
I know, and he shows me what it has to offer, and I'm like, that's not appealing.
That's got to be the worst thing. You got to get on this. No, I don't. I cannot tell you, and I've told MJ many times, I can't wait for the day that all I need a cell phone for is to make a call and get a call. Don't want to do emails. Don't want to follow news. Don't want, when I retire, flip phone.
But when it comes to that, but then that means you're going to retire, and we don't ever want that to happen. So sorry, you're stuck with the cell phone for a long time.
Some people would like that to happen.
They also have a landline. It doesn't have like apps.
I don't have a landline anymore.
Now, see, now you're in the. I do. I'm a little more old fashioned.
Man.
Well, my wife is on the opinion that if you don't have a landline, you act like a drug dealer.
That said,
you get a beeper too.
that said, I still have an old rotary phone.
You do.
Yep.
There you go.
He's going to hook that up when he retires.
Yeah. I've shown it to my grandkids, and they're, really?
Yeah, I know.
I don't know.
Takes you 10 minutes to call someone.
But man, that click is satisfying.
Well, that's the thing. And when I was a kid in my teens, radio contests.
Yeah.
Dialing back and forth, but everybody else had to as well.
Ticketmaster, trying to get some concert tickets.
Yeah, and you'd start early and going through. It was just the 7 numbers, and you didn't have to do the area code.
Yeah,
there weren't that many.
Thank goodness. I had a job I had to get to.
Yeah, exactly.
Thanks for coming in, Dan.
Thanks.
Listen to Craig, Brian, and MJ, the Rock 95 Morning Crew on Barrie's Rock Station, Rock 95.